The lake at Big Creek State Park covers over 850 acres, but the park is actually over 3,500 acres in size. So even if you're not a fan of the water, there's plenty to do here.
Big Creek is a really big, really busy place, and it meets the needs of a lot of people. I mean, there's really no reason to be bored out here. You can do anything from be on the water to bike riding to just bringing the kids out to playground and play.
While there are no campgrounds on the lake, there are plenty of picnic areas and shelters. The picnic areas are available on a first-come basis, but shelters can be reserved in advance.
There's excellent fishing year-round at Big Creek, where the lake is stocked with everything from bluegill to muskie.
There are 5 boat ramps around the lake, so you can bring your own or you can rent a fishing boat like one of these at the marina.
The marina is really kind of one of the key points or one of the focal points of the park. There's a great availability of everything from paddle boats to kayaks and even pontoon boats. And it's a great way for people to come out and actually experience the things that they have to offer without actually having to own the equipment. And there's been many cases where they've actually come out and rented that kayak for a day and decided whether they liked it or not and went and bought one after that.
Big Creek is part of the Central Iowa Bike Route, which connects this park with Ledges and Springbrook State Park.
And a 26-mile paved multi-use trail allows pedestrians and cyclists to get from the beach at Big Creek to downtown Des Moines.
The Neil Smith Bike Trail starts here at Big Creek State Park at the beach here, and it continues down to the Botanical Center. It's a 26-mile paved trail, and about 5 miles of that travel through Big Creek here, and we have places where you can stop and the restrooms and the shelters and so forth. It is a very pretty ride.
The park has many features that were designed to accommodate those who are physically challenged. Besides picnic shelters and restrooms, there's a wheelchair-accessible fishing pier that makes it easy for everyone to enjoy fishing from shore.
Oh, wow!
Big Creek State Park has around 750,000 visitors every year, so water quality is taken very seriously. To combat impairments within the Big Creek Lake watershed, the Boone and Polk Soil and Water Conservation Districts received a grant in 2010 for the purpose of educating and promoting water quality and to implement conservation practices that would reduce sediment, phosphorus, and bacteria.
We're standing in an area here in the Big Creek watershed. It's on the tributary of Little Creek. And basically what we had here was a concentrated flow area on some high-sloped soils. And we came in and we put 4 sets of terraces within the concentrated flow area to help slow the water down and reduce erosion and to reduce nutrient sediment loading too.
Under the program, 75 to 90% of costs associated with adopting conservation projects were reimbursed to farmers within the watershed.
There was overfall cutting back into the field where water's running over it and it's just slowly eating back into the field. So what we did was put a aluminum toe wall structure at this point where the water outlets, and it's a very, very good practice to stabilize these outlets.
Terracing and grade stabilization projects are 2 practices being implemented in the watershed to curb erosion. Faulty septic systems, livestock, manure applications to crop fields, and wildlife are other identified problems. Bacteria counts in the water samples are higher at the beach, where 70 geese reside, than water samples taken in other parts of the lake.
A full-grown goose can sometimes produce up to a pound or 2 of feces in a day. And when that's going in right where we're doing our water sampling, can cause a definite problem.
To encourage the waterfowl to move to other parts of the lake, the Big Creek Lake Watershed Project has been employing ARS, or Animal Removal Solutions. That includes using dog decoys, as well as having live dogs to patrol the beach daily, flashing lights to annoy the geese at night, and time-lapse cameras monitor changes in activity.
You can't pinpoint this problem on any one thing. You know, throughout the whole watershed assessment, you find all these different contributing factors, and, you know, everyone's trying to do their own part.